So welcome back to yet another video of advanced computer networks for BCA students. So in our previous classes we have seen about a SMTP, that is a simple mail transfer protocol, how it works, how it gets connected to a port number 25, how the message has been, like your mails has been transferred from your sender to the receiver, how it works, or how your machines are working as a client or a server. That is nothing but a sender will be working as a client and the receiver will be working as a server. So we have a server and client connection over here. So we have already seen how it works and how the checksums are not needed, because we are making a TCP connections and which is reliable. So the next thing or a next protocol that we are going to see today, that is nothing but a POP3, which I have mentioned in previous classes. That is nothing but post office protocol version 3. So as we saw the SMTP working, there is one problem that we face over here, that is nothing but how does the user get the email from the ISP. And now this ISP is nothing but internet service providers message transfer agent. So there is a message transfer agent that we have seen earlier when we were seeing the mails. Like there are user agents, that then there are message transfer agents. So these were the two parts. User agent is nothing but the user side, which allows us to send, receive, read, update, delete, or move the messages. Whereas your message transfer agent simply helps you to transfer the message from sender to the receiver. That is from one user to another user. So the problem is that how this user agent is getting the emails from your message transfer agents. So message transfer agents works on ISPs, that is nothing but internet service providers. Okay, so the solution to this problem is to create another protocol that allows the user to transfer allows the user transfer agent on the client PCs to contact the message transfer agent on a internet service provider's machine, and allow the email to be copied from the ISP to the user. So it is nothing but we need a protocol where there is someone who copies messages from internet service provider to the users. So this is how we need a solution, and that solution is given by one protocol, that is nothing but POP3, that is post office protocol version 3. So now just imagine the scenario. It is something like, consider karo ki as you earlier used to write letters. That is nothing but how we write the letters is we take a postcard, we write a letter, we post it, and now this is directly this letter will not travel from one user to another user. It will first go to the post office, and from the post office there will be a postman who will carry this message from user to the post office, and from the post office to the end user, that is nothing but a receiver. So this is how your POP3 is nothing but it is something like, consider karo ki this is one postman who is carrying the messages from user to post office and post office to user. So let's see how exactly this is going to work, or how this is like what is this POP3. Now let's begin with this. So POP3 begins when the user starts the email reader. So whenever I open my email reader, this POP3 starts. Now you have to understand the situation that this POP3 is not the latest version what we are using right now, like a Gmail, Yahoo Mails. It is not like that. It was working only with a single user, single mailbox, and single PC. Okay, so this you have to remember first. Now just we'll see how this goes on. Now just see here. The mail reader calls up the ISP, that is internet service provider, and establishes the TCP connections. As we have seen already in a SMTP, the TCP connection is formed here also in a POP3 messages. So your POP3 protocols. Then whenever we are forming a TCP connection with the message transfer agent at the port 110, that is 110. This is, you have to remember here, SMTP was working on a port 25 and POP3 is working on a port 110. So once the connection has been established, the POP3 protocol goes through 3 different state sequence. So what are these different states? That is nothing but, first one is authorization, second one is transaction, and next one is update. So what are these 3 things? Is authorization, we already know that user login. So we need a username and a password, then only we can have a authorized access to it. Then this next one is your transaction. Transaction is nothing but, this is a state deals with the user collecting the emails and marking them for deletion of the mailbox. So we'll see the first update. Update state actually causes the emails to be deleted. So now this scenario you have to understand is nothing but, first one we will like login karne ke baad, what we have to do is, there will be a mail which is sent by the sender, which will be there in the server. So from the server, POP3 will copy this. That is nothing but a transaction. Transaction is nothing but copying a message from your server to the user machine. So once the machine has been copied, that message has been copied to the user machine, now it will mark for a deletion from the server. So whatever is there stored in the server will be deleted. It is something like, whenever you are sending a letter, that letter will go to the post office, and from the post office it will go permanently to the receiver, and it will not be there in the post office. The same thing happens with your POP3 messages also. So this is how your POP3 goes through 3 different state sequences. After that, so when you understand the POP3, just remember one thing, that POP3 is nothing but a user sending a message to the server. From the server, the POP3 is copying the messages to one particular user machines. So here no server will be having a copies of mails that are transferred. Okay, so those will be deleted and the messages will be stored permanently in the user machine. Okay, so next is your IMAP. So why this IMAP was needed? That is nothing but Internet Message Access Protocol. So for the user with one email account at one ISP, that is Internet Service Provider, that is always accessed from one PC. So one email, one ISP, one PC, the POP3 works fine and is widely used due to its simplicity and robustness. So it is very much simple that POP3 protocol was working very much fine and very much simple. But however, it is the computer industry truth that as soon as someone or something works well, somebody will start demanding more of the features. So same thing happened with your emails also. That has happened with email too. How? Let's see. For example, many people have a single email account at the work, so, or the school, and they want to access that from the workplace or from their home PCs or from their laptops when they are on business trips, or even from the cyber cafes when they are on the vacations. So POP3 was not allowing me to access my emails when I am mobile. That is nothing but when I am moving. So अगर मैं move कर रहा हूँ from one place to another place, it will not allow me to access my emails. It will only allow me to access my emails when I am sitting at one PC. So ये था POP3 का disadvantage which has been overcome in this IMAP. So the disadvantages of POP3 gave rise to an alternative final delivery protocol, that is nothing but IMAP. So Internet Message Access Protocol, which basically assumes that the user will clear out the mailbox on every contact and work off the line after that. So IMAP assumes that all the emails will remain on the server indefinitely in a multiple mailboxes. So POP3 में problem क्या था कि whichever the messages you are getting from the mailboxes, those were deleted and they will not be there in the mailbox. That is online पे कुछ भी नहीं रहता था. But IMAP में क्या होने लगा कि whatever the emails are there, those will remain on the server online and whenever you want to access, you will just have to connect to the server and you have to just read those messages. Now same thing, IMAP provides you the extensive mechanism for reading the messages or even the parts of the messages. So this is the main part here. That is, I don't have to get the complete mail to get the read of it or to work on it. I can have the parts of the email also whenever or whichever the parts I needed. Since the working assumptions is that a message will not be transferred to the user computer for permanent storage, IMAP provides the mechanism for creating, destroying and manipulating the multiple mailboxes on the server. सो POP3 में क्या हो रहा था, जो भी तुम्हारे मैसेजेस है वो ट्रांसफर हो रहे थे यूजर मशीन पे, और बाकी के सभी जो एक्टिविटीज है या फिर डिलीशन, अपडेशन, मूविंग और कुछ भी करना है तो वो सभी हो रहा था यूजर मशीन पे. बट यहाँ पे IMAP पे क्या हो रहा है, जो भी ये एक्शंस है, क्रिएटिंग हो, डिस्ट्रॉइंग हो या फिर मैनिपुलेटिंग, दैट इज नथिंग बट अपडेटिंग हो, ये सभी सर्वर पे ही हो जाता है. यू डोंट हैव टू डू इट इनसाइड योर computer. The simple example is nothing but whenever you are getting some emails, those emails will not be stored on your mobile phones or your laptops or your computers. Those will be stored on the server itself. For simple example, consider करो कि Gmail, अगर Gmail पे तुमको कोई मैसेज आता है तो वो Gmail के सर्वर पे ही स्टोर्ड होता है. So in this way the user can maintain the mailbox for each correspondent and move the messages there from the inbox after they have been read. So एक बार अगर मेरा inbox में से read हो गया तो read box में मेरा read जो ये रहता है वहाँ पे आके वो store हो जाता है. So IMAP has many features such as the ability to address mails not by arrival number as done earlier. So यहाँ पे क्या होता था, हर एक मेल को पहले नंबर रहता था, वो नंबर के हिसाब से ही मेल को मैनिपुलेट या फिर एड्रेस किया जाता था. बट यहाँ पे कैसा है, IMAP में I can do it by using the attributes. That is nothing but, for example, show me or give me the first message from the Akash. So ऐसे लिख के भी मैं messages को read कर सकता हूँ या फिर I can get the messages. For simple example, go to your Gmail and try to type a name of the person who has sent it, or any subject or anything which is there inside your mail. So you will get the mail matching with those. Okay, so unlike the POP3, IMAP can also accept the ongoing emails for a shipment to the destination as well as the delivery of incoming emails. So incoming emails भी handle कर सकता है और outgoing emails भी handle कर सकता है. So you know now what is POP3 and what is IMAP. So let us compare those two with each other. So we will get the clear picture of what is POP3 and what is IMAP. So the features are written over in the first column and the differences of POP3 and IMAP. So first thing is nothing but first feature where the protocol is defined. So जो हमने RFC देखा हुआ था, RFC स्टैंडर्ड जो था, सो जो POP3 है वो RFC के 1939 में लिखा हुआ है, डिफाइन किया हुआ है, एंड IMAP जो है वो RFC के 2060 में डिफाइन किया हुआ है. दिस यू हैव टू रिमेंबर. उसके बाद में जो TCP पोर्ट नंबर है वो SMTP को था 25, POP3 को था 110 एंड IMAP को है 143. ओके, सो उसके बाद में जो है हमारा वेयर द ईमेल इज स्टोर्ड. सो दिस इज द फीचर वेयर ईमेल इज स्टोर्ड. ये ईमेल जो स्टोर होगा POP3 का जो है वो यूजर पीसी में स्टोर होगा, वेयर एज IMAP में जो है वो सर्वर पे ही स्टोर होगा. देन उसके बाद में आता है वेयर ईमेल इज रेड. ये जो POP3 के मैसेजेस थे वो ऑफलाइन रीड करना पड़ेगा और IMAP के जो मैसेजेस हैं वो ऑनलाइन रीड करना पड़ेगा. उसके बाद में है कंटेंट टाइम रिक्वायरमेंट. रिक्वायरमेंट कितना चाहिए मेरे को, बहुत ही थोड़ा चाहिए, क्योंकि मेरे को जस्ट वहाँ से ईमेल लेना है, POP3 में ईमेल लेना है और मेरे इसमें स्टोर हो जाएगा. बट यहाँ पे क्या है, हर बार मेरे को सर्वर को कनेक्ट करना पड़ेगा, जो टाइम जो कनेक्शन टाइम है वो मेरा ज़्यादा रहेगा. सो उसके बाद में यूज ऑफ अ सर्वर रिसोर्सेज. मेरे को सर्वर रिसोर्सेज जो है वो POP3 में बहुत ही मिनिमम यूज करना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि जस्ट कॉपी करके यहाँ पे मेरे इसमें स्टोर हो जाएंगे. उसके बाद में मैं सर्वर यूज ही नहीं करूँगा. बट यहाँ पे अगर IMAP में देखते हो तो पूरा का पूरा जो काम है वो सर्वर पे ही होगा, तो आई हैव टू यूज माई सर्वर रिसोर्सेज मच ऑफ द टाइम, दैट इज एक्सटेंसिवली. सो उसके बाद में आता है मेरा मल्टीपल मेल बॉक्सेस. मल्टीपल मेल बॉक्सेस आर नॉट अलाउड इन अ POP3, ओनली वन मेल बॉक्स, बट whereas in IMAP आई कैन यूज अ मल्टीपल मेल बॉक्सेस. उसका मतलब है सर्वर पे बहुत सारी मेल बॉक्सेस स्टोर हो सकते हैं, इट्स नॉट ओनली वन मेल बॉक्स. उसके बाद में हु बैक्स अप माई मेल बॉक्सेस. यहाँ पे जो मेल बॉक्स का बैकअप है वो POP3 में यूजर को ही करना पड़ता है, बट IMAP में जो यूजर जो तुम्हारा इंटरनेट सर्विस प्रोवाइडर है वो मेरे मेल बॉक्स का बैकअप कर देगा. उसके बाद में गुड फॉर मोबाइल यूजर्स. अगर ये मोबाइल यूजर्स के लिए अगर हम कंसिडर करते हैं तो POP3 विल नॉट बी गुड फॉर द मोबाइल यूजर्स, बट whereas IMAP जो है वो मोबाइल यूजर्स के लिए बेस्ट ऑप्शन रहेगा. उसके बाद में है तुम्हारा यूजर कंट्रोल ओवर द डाउनलोडिंग. डाउनलोडिंग करने के लिए सिर्फ मेरे पास लिटिल कंट्रोल रहेगा, क्योंकि अगर मैं मैसेज को डाउनलोड करना चाहता हूं तो पूरा का पूरा मेल मेरे को डाउनलोड करना पड़ता है. बट whereas अगर मैं IMAP में देखूंगा तो मेरे को पूरा का पूरा कंट्रोल मिल जाता है, क्योंकि मेरे को अगर पार्ट बाय पार्ट मेरे को ईमेल डाउनलोड करना है तो दैट ऑल्सो आई कैन डू इट इन द IMAP. ओके, उसके बाद में आता है मेरा पार्शियल मैसेज डाउनलोड्स. पार्शियल मैसेज डाउनलोड्स एज आई हैव मेंशन्ड इन दिस. सो यहाँ पे पार्शियल मैसेज आर नॉट अलाउड इन अ POP3, बट whereas IMAP में मेरे को पार्शियल मैसेज डाउनलोड अलाउ करते हैं. सो आर द डिस्क कोटाज अ प्रॉब्लम. यहाँ पे डिस्क कोटा का कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, क्योंकि सभी जो स्टोर होगा वो सर्वर पे कुछ भी नहीं रहेगा, वो यूजर एजेंट में रहेगा. बट यहाँ पे थोड़े बहुत टाइम के बाद में प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है. ओके, उसके बाद में आता है मेरा सिंपल टू इम्प्लीमेंट. यस, POP3 जो है मेरा बहुत ही सिंपल है इम्प्लीमेंटेशन के लिए, बट whereas IMAP if you consider it is very much difficult to implement it is. ओके, सो वाइड स्प्रेड सपोर्ट जो है यस POP3 में बिल्कुल सही से के सही मेरे को सपोर्ट मिल जाता है, और यहाँ पे IMAP में जो है वो हर बार बढ़ते जा रहा है, सपोर्ट जो है वो बढ़ते ही जा रहा है. ओके, सो दिस वाज ऑल अबाउट योर POP3 एंड IMAP. द कंपैरिजन वी हैव सीन हाउ द POP3 इज वर्किंग और हाउ द IMAP is working, everything we have seen. Next part जो है तुम्हारा वर्ल्ड वाइड वेब, that we will see in the next class. Okay, thank you.